Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is the spring equinox. So we are officially in Aries season. So our energy levels are going to start kicking back up again, which is awesome. Finally, I'm excited. But we got to keep in mind that we now have 3 personal planets, 2 of which are retrograde. So the sun, our vitality, our life force, what keeps us going, what keeps us, lights us up and makes us want to just keep going. Mercury, our mind, our thought processes. That one is retrograde, so we're reviewing a lot of things. We're kind of looking backwards and going, how did I get here? Venus, also retrograde, as our money, our finances, our relationships, our friendships, and our value systems. We're looking back on that and again asking ourselves, how did we get here? Where am I not being authentic to myself in this, right? All of that's being ruled by Mars in Cancer. And we've got an interesting run of conjunctions that are going to be happening here over the next few weeks, with the sun making a conjunction to both Venus and Mercury, and both of those planets making conjunctions to Neptune as it moves back into Pisces. This is going to get a lot of people to kind of snap out of their heads where they've kind of been ignoring what's going on or doing their best to just maintain and pretend like nothing else is going on. What we're going to start seeing is all of that frustration that's been building up with Mars and Cancer for entirely too friggin' long. It's going to start coming out. We're going to start seeing a lot of people lashing out. They've had enough, hitting their breaking points. And I think collectively a large portion of us, I hit this point a year ago, but I know a lot of people are hitting it now, where they're just asking themselves, what am I doing? Why am I still going along like everything's normal when it's not? Why am I working so hard to barely make it? And things of that nature. And we're going to start seeing a lot of people really kind of just throw in the towel and say, screw it, I'm going to take care of me and not worry about the rest of this. Now, we got to be careful with this energy because it can become selfish. It can become impulsive. So we got to make sure that we are slowing down with these retrogrades. We need to be slowing our mind down. We need to be slowing down our decisions with our finances and our relationships, and really make sure that we're planning things before acting. This is a great time to move in silence. It is a good time to really slow down, think about what you want to undo and how you want to redo it so that it's better for your path forward. We are in new beginnings. We've got a Aries eclipse coming up here in a little over a week on the 29th. So this is really a good time to slow down and think about how you want to be moving forward. Now today the moon is in Sagittarius, so that subconscious emotional self is in alignment with that Jupiter in Gemini, which is information overload. It's contradictory information. It is kind of back and forth, wishy-washy type of energy. And Jupiter is just making it like over the top a little too much. And the only aspect that moon makes today is an opposition to Jupiter. So it's like an overwhelming manic type of energy today, where our vitality is finally lifting back up. We've got that energy coming back, but our brains are all over the place. We're rethinking stuff. We're getting angry. We're getting to a point where we might start lashing out at people, okay? So we got to slow down, think things through before acting, and really just plan. Move silently, plan things, undo what you got to undo. And focus on what do you need for yourself, okay? The negative sides of Aries is going to be selfishness, impulsiveness, fighting, physical violence. Really take care of yourself if you're in any kind of domestic violence type of situation here, because this could really start to happen over these next few weeks as well. But definitely slow down. Make sure that you're making good, solid decisions and you're planning accordingly as you move forward from here. So let's pull the cards for today. Like I said, these next few weeks, things are really going to start unfolding before we hit that big bada boom moment as a collective, which is coming up here soon, okay? So energy for the day for the collective is a Three of Swords. Yay. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of hurt in the air. That Mars in Cancer is emotionally angry, okay? There's some things that you might be seeing people lashing out, acting selfishly, being out for number one, and that's going to be hurtful, right? We are likely to see people say some things that they shouldn't be saying. You're going to learn who people really are, right? Everybody's being frustrated, and like I've said before, when things are so uncertain and so chaotic and people are so angry, they start dropping their masks. All of those niceties go out the window, and you start seeing people for who they truly are. And that's the energy that we're really starting to get into right now, where everybody's true colors around you are going to start showing. Personally, on a personal level, you just need to slow down and take it all in, reassess, pay attention, and do your best not to be reactive to it, okay? What to focus on today? What's collective need to focus on? That is not, nope, that's way too much. Way too much. Interesting, but way too much. I won't pull it out, but I'm going to still reshuffle. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Nine of Cups. That is very new beginnings, moving forward for yourself and chasing your own emotional fulfillment. Let's try again. Just one card, please. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. So focus on, what does abundance mean to you? What does comfort mean to you? What do you need for yourself? Do you really need all this extra stuff? Do you need the nicest house? Do you need the nicest clothes and the nicest makeup and the nicest car? Do you really need to maintain this image of perfection and having your shit together? Or can you be comfortable and happy in a situation where you're just taking care of your own? Really reassess that. Where do your values lie? What is really truly important to you? How much money do you really need? Right? Do you need that many, the big six figures, or can you do on less and be more happy working less hours and such? So really pay attention to that today. Think about, do I really need to put up with this? What to avoid today? Does the collective need to avoid today? Yeah, Strength and Five of Swords. I'm still going to reshuffle, but this is avoiding being shady in your strength, right? If that makes sense. Like, you don't need to be running and talking behind people's backs. Avoid people that are running and talking behind your back, right? And you don't always have to be strong, right? Even though Aries is a very courageous, very brave sign, and it's something that we need to be leaning into, is that bravery. But we also don't need to go out picking fights with folks just because they're shitty, right? Okay, Five of Cups, that's better. Avoiding the Five of Cups. And this kind of goes with that. It's time to start moving forward. Despite these retrogrades, yes, we're thinking about the past, but we're thinking about how to redo things. Having regrets about the past is normal. Everybody does it. But we need to understand that, and I've said this before, you did the best you could in the situation that you were in with the tools that you had. You weren't in the same place that you are now. You can do better moving forward. So don't get stuck in thinking about the past. Don't fool yourself into trying to do something again. Just remember, if you've come this far, you've done all of this healing work, you're finding a more grounded space for yourself. You don't want to move backwards, and it's going to be tempting, but you don't want to move backwards. Understand that those thoughts of the past, all of those things, yes, you may feel some regrets, but take that time to process why you weren't able to do things differently at the time, and understand that you can do better moving forward. Also understand that just because you've done the healing work doesn't mean that the other person did, because chances are pretty good they did some stuff too, okay? Just keep that in mind moving forward. You don't want to think back and do the whole woulda, coulda, shoulda things. Focus on where you're at now and where you're moving forward to, okay? Clarifiers on the Three of Swords. Also, don't beat yourself up over some I should have seen it coming things either. we disassociate when things are hard, and everybody's been stressed for a really long time, okay? Everybody's been overwhelmed for a really long time. Sometimes you don't see things because you just don't have the capacity to take it on. Okay. We have the Star and the Five of Swords. This is, again, this is an energy, right? We've got this, the Three of Swords, this heartbreak, this heartache, this betrayal type of energy here, right? And this is that betrayal. This is that gossipy energy, that sneaking around behind somebody's back, smiling in your face and talking shit when you turn around type of thing, right? But with the Star here, there's this energy of maybe you knew it and you were ignoring it, right? Again, don't get into the regret side of that, but this is showing you how you can move forward, you know? So instead of getting into your head and getting lost in, oh my gosh, I should have seen it. Well, you did see it, right? But you didn't have the capacity to deal with it, so you ignored it. It's fine. We all do it. But you can see that this is an opportunity to heal and start moving forward. Mercury is moving into a sextile with Pluto in Aquarius. So all of this collective destruction that's happening, this is opening up an opportunity to work with that Mercury retrograde to heal these things moving forward. You're going to start seeing people for who they really are as the collective continues to crumble, okay? Clarifiers for the Nine of Pentacles. We've got Four of Pentacles again. Move in silence. You know, you don't have to tell everyone everything. I know sometimes you really want to get it off your chest, but maybe work through it in your head. Keep it to yourself and work through it in your head first before, so that you can have a better conversation and things don't get like lost in an argument. And Knight of Wands. Yeah. We're focusing on what abundance means to us. We're focusing on what comfort means to us. We're focusing on where we are in a good grounded space, right? What that means. And there is this very feisty energy in the day. The energy is picking up. You're going to have more vitality. So this Knight of Wands here is ready to go. And there's something that you kind of got in your head that you've been holding on to for a while. And now, how do you move forward with that? How do you make these plans moving forward? How do you still keep those thoughts to yourself, but put in the work to make it happen in the future, right? You don't have to tell everybody your plans. Just keep that in mind. I swear it never fails. The second you start telling somebody what your plans are, somebody's going to come along and steal your peace, steal your ideas, steal your happiness, steal your excitement, right? You don't have to tell everybody your plans, okay? Clarifiers for our Five of Cups. Maybe. We have the World. Cycles are in and death. That's fun. Why are we not going to sit and wallow in our regret and our would've, could've, should've? Because things are ending and transformations are happening. We are closing out this cycle. We are getting ready to bury that past and move forward. We don't want to get lost in the past. You don't want to get stuck there when everything is about to start moving forward. This is about closing out all of these old things, finding your new space where you need to move forward for yourself as we move into this next solar eclipse that's coming up. So slow down today, think things through, keep your ideas to yourself, figure out how you can move forward on your own. Pay attention to other people getting selfish and lashing out and being a jerk, quite honestly. And just take note of everything and figure out where you're going to move from here as things start to move forward in the future.